Hi, good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. Josie here, and this is Josie. Thank you for whoever takes off the time to watch my videos, and thank you for the lovely comments you're leaving behind and the questions you've left behind for me. I'm going to get times to answer them probably when I'm down doing something. And today, right now, I'm going to go ahead and sew up my closet case poof. That will be after my breakfast really. I've got quite a busy afternoon. Once I pick the kids up, I'll be taking them to tennis, and around that time it will be getting dark. It's quite a busy day, so I want to see if I can sew up the poof before I step out for school run, and I'll show you as I get along and what I'm up to today. Okay, see you then. And today I'm wearing the Camden Pinafore by Nina Lee Patents, and I'm wearing it over this turtleneck that I made out of the wool blend fabric. And this was from Stuff and Steel, and actually I also used their pattern for the turtleneck because it's a cold day and you need to layer up over and over. And this is a pinafore. It's the Camden Pinafore. It's a pattern that comes with a skirt and a pinafore dress. Yeah, I'll show you what I'll get up to today. Bye for now. I'm currently making some piping, and I cut up strips of lining fabric, and I cut it on the bias, and I used 1.5 inches for the width, and it's what I'm wrapping over this cord. I don't remember the sizing of the cord, but let me see if the camera can focus. It's the cord I'm using, and I'm putting it within and using a zipper foot to sew up the piping. If this can't focus, this is the piping we're making. That's what I'm making. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take you along the making process. I've not yet completed. My memory card got full, so I had to shift whatever was on, transfer whatever was on the memory card onto my computer. And this is part of the top bit of the poof I'm working on, and I decided to go with just 2 fabrics. And I had this left over from the cushion covers I made for my sofas, and when I went fabrics for all over on Saturday, I bought this, and I thought I would just use 2 fabrics. However, this is thicker than this, but I'm trying to make sure that they mix up. This is all canvas, but this is a thicker fabric compared to this, so I'm just mixing them up. And I also made the piping, so I'm going to go ahead, finish up the top bits, the top part of the poof, and I also have the side parts to get ready. And actually the pattern recommends that you finish the edges before you sew them up, because you're working with small seam allowance and small pieces of fabric. You're better off finishing off the edges before. And also, if you might want to ignore the finishing the edges, since it's just home furnishing, you won't need to wash often, but it's the only way you'll keep it lasting. The many washes you give it, there might not be as many, but it will last for a while and stay strong even after washing. So I've decided to finish all the seams with an overlocker. So I'll sew this up. I don't know whether it will be today, because right now I'm about to go for school run, and after that, between school pickup time, I'll have 30 minutes to bring the kids back home, get them fed with a quick snack, change into tennis clothes, and I take them to tennis. Their tennis is at 4 and school closes at 3:25. So I'm going to drive. Like, Tuesdays are quite manic. I drive, get them to the cavalry fast, bring them home, get them changed, get them fed with a little snack, no dinner, then take them to tennis. And unfortunately, I won't be able to keep chatting with you while at tennis, because I think it will be dark by then, and unfortunately their tennis is also outdoors. But I try to keep them warmed up and layered up, and if they're running around, they don't get as cold. So this is most of what I managed to do today, because I had a few things I had to do in the morning, but I'll see how I get along. I was hoping to finish it all up today, but I'm not sure where all the time goes to, but I'll keep you posted on what I'm up to and how I get along with this. Okay, bye for now. Hi, I thought I'll show you what the poof is going to look like at the top. Look at this. Actually, it has matched the colors blending really nicely, and it's going to have the same effect for the sides. However, I decided to go dramatic with the bottom, and for the bottom I'm going to use some African wax print fabric, and the zipper will be at the bottom. This is fabric I've had in my stash for a while, of drums and stickmen, and I'll be using this for the bottom of the poof, so it won't be showing at the top. So at the top and the sides I will have these colors that will blend in with my dark grey couch, so it will be a good blend because my cushions are already this, the plant one, but also this has some plant and it's bringing in some warmth with the reds. Actually, it looks better than I had thought it would. And yeah, that's the top of my poof. So I'm going to go ahead, pick up the kids. I don't think by the time I come back, I think by the time I get back home it might be 5, quite late. I'll need to have dinner fixed pretty soon as I come back. And because I have to edit this video and get it up before end of day, most times I no longer get much time to sew up in the evening. But I'll show you as I get along. See you. I've just returned from tennis. I'm pretty much tired. It's been manic and it darkened so soon. I think by 4 o'clock it was dark and started raining, but the kids were playing outdoors. I was worried for them, but they had a jacket. They each had a jacket. And I'm here enjoying my Miss Pie from yesterday and a cup of tea, one of my festive teas I bought. I don't remember, this is called the Moroccan Spice. It has a herbal tea, then licorice, peppermint and so many spices. Something to keep me going, and I've decided to continue sewing my poof for at least 20 extra minutes while I have my tea before I fix dinner. Such that kind of day, quite hectic, quite busy, but let me see what 20 minutes can do. I'll put you on time lapse, as it might be quite monotonous watching me pin and everything and as I go. Okay. My time here is up. I've managed to sew up all the side pieces together of the poof, and before I can join the entire piece together into a round, I want to iron the seams so they lie flat. I want to iron them flat, and I think I'll do that, then I go prepare dinner, otherwise my family will be starved. But for now I'll show you what I get along with. Up to now I'm not sure what I'm cooking. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to see what I can feed my clan. Okay, but this is what I've gotten up to. I've sewed up this, the entire side piece, and also the round piece. So pretty much the biggest work is done with this poof, but the fact that I'm getting just bite-sized pieces of time to sew, I can't. It's an easy project that someone can whip up within a short time, but I'm not able to do it at this point. Otherwise, bye for now. For dinner tonight, I'm roasting some vegetables in the oven. I've got some bell peppers, some green and yellow ones, and red onions, which I'll be cooking with some salmon. This is whole salmon, not whole, but it's not filleted salmon. My husband went to our local market, Leeds Market, and found a whole salmon and was excited to buy it because we've always bought filleted one, like either in the supermarket or in the market. So he bought the entire salmon and asked the fishmonger to cut it up into small sizes. So I'm going to make a marinade for these, which I will later put onto our vegetables in the oven. So these are going into the oven. For now I'm only putting olive oil over them, then let them bake for 15 minutes. Then at that point I'll put the salmon on top. I might go ahead and cook up a little brown rice in my Instapot. I'm rubbing the Instapot on you, and I'm causing a few people telling me that they want it for Christmas. They're going to ask Santa for one. So I'll go ahead and put these in the oven after drizzling a little olive oil on them. Then I'll make my marinade. And this is all inspired by a recipe I've just seen on YouTube. I wasn't so sure of what to cook. Actually, this recipe is inspired by one I've just seen on YouTube. Most times when I have no idea of what to cook, I look at the protein I have, then I look for meal ideas or dinner ideas based on that protein. And I'm not scared of changing up a few things when I don't have some ingredients they ask for. I try to wing it and figure out what I can replace it with. So that's what I'm cooking. Hopefully it comes out right, but I know the family loves salmon, so everybody will be happy. And my kids are at the stage where they're no longer picky about vegetables, so all vegetables are food they eat. So my daughter used to be the picky one, but right now she's at a good place. She has grown, so she eats whatever is served to her. Okay, let me get on cooking. I've whipped up my marinade, and all that is in here. I've used some soy sauce, about a cup of soy sauce. Then I added some corn flour, which is also cornstarch, about a tablespoon, and that's supposed to coat the salmon so it doesn't dry in the oven. And I was supposed to add white vinegar or white wine, but I had balsamic vinegar. I know they both bring in the acidity needed to balance up the recipe. So I've used this. I had just about a tablespoon remaining is what I used. Then I've added some olive oil, and the recipe I've seen recommends, the guy added some chili paste. I didn't have that. I just added some freshly ground black pepper. And I'm going to marinate salmon, and it won't stay in for long. It won't be a long time, but once the salmon goes in for that short time, this marinade will be poured over the vegetables, which will add the salt, because I didn't add the salt at the start because the soy sauce has enough sodium to compensate for the salt. So I'm going to marinate it briefly, then the salmon will go into the vegetables. Okay, so because my phone is in my hands, so that's why I can't. If it was on a stand, I would be able to direct you, but I have nowhere in the kitchen to put the stand, so I will do it off camera. Okay. I've added the salmon, and also the marinade has gone in, the marinade I was using for the salmon. However, I left the heat on high for this, so my broccoli was starting to burn up, but the better it will be more crispy. So I'm going to pop this in the oven for 10 minutes. And I've rinsed my brown rice. I've put 2 cups of brown rice and 2 cups of water. No, I've not yet added water. I'm rinsing it. But I'm going to add 2 cups of brown rice and 2 cups of water. Probably try the rice setting and I see how it turns out. Alternatively, I'll manually trick it to a recipe I've seen on YouTube still, and I'll see how it all gets on. But it should take about 20 minutes to cook in the Instapot without supervision. Okay. This is today's dinner served. My vegetables and the salmon and the brown rice. I like how they've turned out. The marinade caramelized the vegetables. They're a bit brown, but they are all flavored up. Yeah, that's my dinner. Come and join me. Hi, that has been Vlogmas Day 8. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been quite a hectic one. Sorry I couldn't get the kids in the video today because the times we spent together from school pickup and everything, we are just basically rushing through everything to get to tennis in time, and by the time we left it was already dark. It actually got dark at 4. It was already dark, but it's been a lovely day. And here is hubby. You can just wave. He's serving the kids as he enjoys the food. Do you want to say hi? And here are the kids. Say hi. They are ready for dinner. They're going to have their dinner and they're super excited. That's it with the day, and until tomorrow, have a lovely time wherever you are, and have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.